Hey guys, hope y'all are having a good day. I just wanted to go over a few things, like when we're talking survival on the cheap, common man, common sense tells you that, it's always good to have a good survival knife or a good multi-tool, and some of these things cost a lot of money. And, how I feel about Leatherman. I think everybody should have a Leatherman on their belt. Um, if not a Leatherman on your belt, then a Leatherman on your keychain or in your pocket or whatever. But when it comes to one of those things, if something were to go on and you were in a survival situation, I wanted to talk about small little things that you could do that you can get cheaply, um, whether at the dollar store, the Walmart, whatever type store, your outdoors, sporting goods, whatever that they have out there. And a couple of things I just wanted to show you that something you might not think about at first is actually this was hair shaper blades. They use these, barbers use these to do straight razor, um, to do a technique on the hair. They can actually cut a whole head of hair instead of scissors. They can use a straight razor. So these are like individual refills. This is just like a regular razor blade, but it's a little bit longer. So it gives you a little bit more handhold. So when we're talking about look razor blades, we're talking about stuff that's easy to fit in an Altoids container, easy to fit in a little survival kit, a survival tin, whatever you have. And so these things, I think there was five in there. I think they were $2. They're super stainless steel. It says glide coated. I don't know what that means, but I know that to cut hair, and I think these are the same type you can use to for individual shavers. You can do a straight razor shave with these. There might be a different brand that they have to use, but I'm pretty sure this is fairly close. So it's like surgical steel. So with something like this that you can put easily and flat into, and I'm going to go ahead and take this off and show you the blade if I can do it without cutting myself. Which probably ain't going to happen. Okay. So that's what the blade looks like. Now, that's something that you could skin a deer with that right there. So that's just one thing. That's something cheap. You can do it just like with a regular razor blade that you go into the drugstore and get. Now this is one thing that I wanted to show you. This is I can't remember what knife this was for, but this is I got this at Cabela's. It was a 12 pack for $6, so basically 50 cents a blade. This goes on a certain knife, and once I threw the package away, um, I forgot what knife it was for. It's a refill for some expensive knife that I'm not going to buy. Basically, it's like surgical steel uh, for this certain knife that you take the blades out and chunk them. And so it's one of those things where it comes, like I said, there's 12 in there. It comes packaged like this, and it's sandwiched in and sealed. So it's actually, if you needed to perform small incision or clean up a cut or something like that, it would be sterile. So this is like 50 cents a blade. This is very, very carryable. You can stick one of these in your wallet. You can stick one of these in your backpack. You can put one in the ashtray of your car. Um, Shoot, you can even put one of these um, in your boot. Put one of these somewhere to where if you were in a survival situation and maybe you fell down a cliff, you got separated from everybody else, or you lost your pack, or whatever happened, and maybe even everything fell out of your pocket, you lost your knife that was on your belt, God forbid, you would have some kind of tool to use in the wild. And what you could do is, on all of these, is you can use this blade to fashion a handle, and you wouldn't even have to use any cordage really. Is you can just split that wood just a little bit, some kind of wood, and just slide it in there, and you would have a handle that would extend. So you'd have a pretty decent knife with this for 50 cents. One thing too I wanted to show you is another type of knife that has replacement blades. Now apparently they discontinued these, but Browning there's all different types that they have these replaceable blades knives now for skinning deer and things like that. I don't know, I guess people don't know how to put an edge on a knife anymore, so they got to buy these things. But these are pretty handy to have. There's 2 in this, and I actually found this at Cabela's. It was crazy expensive. It was originally $12.99, but I got it for 2 blades for $1.09. So of course there was only 2 of them left. I snagged those in a hurry. This is the kind of weird blade design, but it's got actually a little bit of serration on it. So it'd be good too. You can make another little knife, put a little handle on there that you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be hacking down trees with this, especially that thin. But if you needed a skinning situation, skin a squirrel, cut some twine, cut some bark off a tree, or to get some tinder to start a fire, or even to strike a fire steel. You could strike a fire steel with that. You could get some sparks off that. So just some inexpensive options, and very, very reliable blades that you can get for cheap, and that fit in a small kit. So I suggest that everybody gets some type of razor blade, no matter what it is, even if it's a super, super cheapie, whether, it's like 25 cents a blade or whatever. Get a razor blade, because it's better to have it, not need it, than need it and not have it. So thanks for watching. Until next time, have a good night.